All right, everyone, welcome back. So today I am going to be attempting to install the Nest thermostat for my house. Um, it does look like this. As you can see, it's like a cool mirror design, and I already turned it on once, but there's like a screen inside of here that lights up with words, just like this. Very cool. So I'm going to attempt to install this. First, I'm going to go grab a couple tools. Here's everything that it comes with. See, there's the cool words right there. So it gives you a couple pieces of paper, the thermostat itself, the wiring bracket, and a couple screws, and this little piece of paper. So I'm gonna go turn the power off, and hopefully everything goes well and I can get this set up soon so I can get the air conditioning back on because it's a warm day. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the circuit breaker and I will be right back. All right, so I went ahead and turned off the circuit breaker for the furnace. I'm not sure how to turn the power off for this unit itself, where this power comes from. It comes from inside the furnace, obviously, but I'm just gonna assume that the furnace will be fine. I did grab the tools. It says to grab a Phillips and a flat blade. And then I also grabbed my tweaker screwdriver just because I know this is probably gonna have some small wires. So I just first of all have to figure out how to take this off the wall, and I'm just gonna pull on it. Okay, there we go, perfect. And then it says pull on here, and I'll probably take a picture of this just in case, if you can see this. It says RWW2 YG and C. So I'm gonna take a picture of that and then pretty much just grab the new thermostat, the Nest, and put them on the same exact letters, and hopefully everything will be good. So stand by. All right, so now I'm just gonna attempt to remove these wires, and I believe you're just gonna pull on these, possibly. Try not to mess with anything too hard, because I probably should grab my strippers or something to grab these wires, but I'm trying not to touch the copper because there might be some voltage on there, just because I don't think it's fully off all the way. So trying to grab these without grabbing them. So I got yellow. All right, so this is what it looks like once I got mine off of the wall. And as you can see, the new one is gonna be a lot smaller. So those screw holes are not going to be covered, which is very unfortunate. So maybe I'll just have to stick some putty in there or something and call it a day. So anyways, I'm going to try to re-screw this down. Luckily, I have a piece of wood behind here. When I was installing the house, got that set up, so I have some nice backing right back here. So I'm just going to screw this back down real quick through the top and bottom with the screws they gave me, which are right here. So I might not need to grab my drill real quick or do it by hand. And there's a little leveler on here, which is very nice. If you can see that. So that'll tell you when it's level, screw it down, and then I will be right back. All right, so this is going in pretty well so far. The only thing I'm worried about is if my screwdriver slips and stabs the wall. The first one was going a little bit easier, but it's not too bad without a drill. And it is in the middle of the level, so that's good. I'll start to kind of crack when it's tight, so don't go too hard. And then next, I'm gonna try to figure out how to wire this, and then I will be right back. All right, so I did take a picture before I disconnected the old one, if you remember that. But if you go through the Google Home directions, which you're supposed to download the app kind of before you start, it kind of walks you through the process, tells you to take a picture. So I already did take a picture anyways, but then it told me to take a picture. But anyways, it was yellow, green, blue, and then I had a black wire on W2. Then on the W, I think was the white, and the R was the red. So anyways, the only color difference between the Google Home and the Google Home directions and what I have was the black wire. So anyways, it tells you which wire to land it on, and now I'm on to the next step, so stand by. So when I was trying to do this, I was just making sure not to touch the copper wire just because I don't know, because it wasn't really fully off, so I didn't want to start touching the copper just to get a little bit shocked if there was any voltage on it. But it does tell me to stick these wires back into the unit because I do have to put the display on there, and I don't know, there's not really much room on there. It needs to be pretty flat. So I do need to shove this back into the wall a little bit before I click this right on there. All right, that should do it as far as I need to go back into the wall. And then there was something else I wanted to mention. Maybe just the tabs that you push down, stick the wire in, and then it'll stay down. And then, okay, what I did want to say was I pulled on these once I stuck all the wires in. I just pulled back on them, make sure they weren't going to come out, and then they will stay down once you stick the wire inside. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and connect this and see what this does. So there we go, nice little mirror finish. Hi everyone. So we're gonna continue using the Google Home app and see what it says. All right, so once you download the Google Home app, you just click on Set Up New Device, and then click on your house. I already kind of had mine in there, but it'll walk you through adding your house, your address, whatever you want to do. It'll find your device, click on thermostat, and then you kind of have to take that back off the wall. If you already put it on, take a picture of the QR code on the back of the device, go through the agreement, and then it'll tell you what you need. I've already kind of gone through all this. Turn off the power, remove the old device, thermostat, take a picture of the wiring, and then it will tell you to remove any jumpers or anything like that off the old device. It'll ask you what is the wiring or the lettering of the wires, the labels for the wires. So I'll put in all your labels, and then it will give you a new device label on how to rewire the new one, and it'll tell you put the stickers on it for each wire if you want to. I didn't do that. Just took a picture, and then turn the power back on once you are done with that. And then I believe it will start to connect. You have to have on Bluetooth on your phone and to enable that, as far as long, and the Wi-Fi and the data in case you the Wi-Fi goes in your house goes off or whatnot. And then once it finds your device, it will ask you to click your language, and then it will run a quick test and make sure it's working. And then it asks you what your source is for your air conditioning or furnace. And then I didn't know what this one was, so I clicked I don't know. And then once you do that, it will take you to what you want to use, heating or cooling. And because it's hot, I clicked cooling, try to cool the house down. And then it will tell you to connect your thermostat to Wi-Fi and install the updates. So once I got mine going, once I clicked OK, I believe that was when it started to do an update, and it was not working it was trying to join the device, but it was doing an update. So it took a couple minutes to do the update, and then once it did the update and I tried to join it, then it joined immediately. And then it will tell you to connect to Wi-Fi, and I just edited out the part where I had to copy and paste my Wi-Fi password, and so save you guys some time. So once you connect to your Wi-Fi, then you are all good. I believe the update happens now, or sometime there was an update, whether that was a minute ago or right now, and then it will finish up, and then it will take you through a whole bunch of more steps, trying to set up your device, going through if you want to set up a schedule, when you want the heating to come on or cooling, so you can kind of skip through that and set that up later. I'm probably just not going to have a schedule. Maybe one day, I don't know. But for now, I usually just leave it at a certain temperature when I leave the house, and then turn it back on when I get home. So, but if I want to change anything from the fly, like if I want to start cooling the house down like a couple hours before work, then I can do that from my phone without having to wait to get home. So anyways, it'll ask you where your device is. I set it in the hallway because that's where it's at. And then it asks you, it will get your device ready again. And then that's when I believe it should start asking for your scheduled temperatures and all that stuff that you can skip through and set up later. So it's pretty easy app to go through. Just try not to back out, otherwise you'll have to kind of restart this. So it'll ask you it'll show you the different modes. It has comfort, eco, and then I think sleep mode. If you want to set those up, I think you can change the temperatures on those. And there's also like a timer of if you want it to come on at like 5 p.m. each day for the cooling or whatnot for your house. So pretty cool app, and also set your days and stuff like that, I believe. So a lot of different options there to go through, but that's pretty much it, I believe, as far as everything that I went through. It'll ask you some more questions and stuff like that, so kind of just skip through these because I wasn't too worried about it. And then it says it'll also HVAC monitor for potential issues, so that's nice. And then it can also send you a report of your energy use and stuff like that, special offers, safety stuff, and then just ask you a few more questions, and then I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, hopefully this helped you out. If you are wondering how to do this, it'll kind of walk you through it, but I give you the video example here just in case you wanted to see what it was like, how to set that up and stuff like that. So anyways, pretty straightforward and pretty helpful, so really nice app. Hopefully this helped you out. Alright guys, got everything set up here. As you can tell by the long video from my phone, that is the whole setup process. I was already kind of halfway through, but if you close the app, sometimes it'll make you restart, so you have to set up the new device again. Just go through all the steps or catch up to where you were. But this is where I'm at now. Looks like everything is working. I can control it from my phone now. I tested it out for a second with the cooling and the heating, which I will show you. So it's pretty cool so far. Just need to kind of cover up these holes right here. Maybe throw a little paint on that if I have any laying around. But basically this is what it looks like. You touch the side over here, there's a little like a slider. You just touch the side of this to bring up the menu system, and then you use the slider here to slide down through the menu. And then if you want to click on something, you click on it again, and then if you want to go back, slide up to the back. So it's pretty self-explanatory so far, and it's a little bit easier on your phone. You can mess with it, so you can put your address in here. It'll tell you the temperature outside, temperature inside. I'm not sure what this one is for. I'm not sure why it just turned off, so I'm going to check into that. But currently have the air conditioning going, or it was, and I set it to 68 or 70. So hopefully that'll turn back on in here in a second, because it says it's 79. My old one said it was like 75 or 76, so it should be pretty accurate. So yeah, so far I'm pretty impressed. The only thing that I see that I'm not a big fan of is when you go to push on this, it's a little loose here. But if you're not touching it, that's fine if you're just controlling it from your phone. But I think it might be a little bit crooked, so I might need to adjust the bracket so the letters are more straight up and down or horizontal. So I might mess with that for a second, but other than that, pretty good so far. Air just came back on, so that's good. So anyways, pretty impressed so far. Very easy to set up. Wasn't a big deal, so hopefully this helps you out. That should do it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If it helped you out, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Help the channel grow and more people can find this video. Check the description for anything else and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload or do live streams. Thanks guys so much. God bless. Have an awesome rest of your day. Peace out. All right, so I just messed with it, took this off, loosened the screw, pushed it over level, so now it looks nice and straight. So I'm super happy about that. And disconnected when I unplugged it, and then I plugged it back in, and now it looks like it's working again, or it's gonna restart in a minute. So it should be all good. I don't know if my old thermostat was broken, because every time I turned the air conditioning on, it always went up in temperature eventually, and it seemed like it was blowing the air around. So hopefully this one actually cools the house. If not, I'll have to call the people that installed the thermostat, see if something's wired wrong. But anyways, hopefully this works, and once again, hopefully this helped you out. Thanks for watching. Bye. Alright guys, so once you open the device on Google Home, once you added your house, it will ask you on the left if you want heating or cooling. So if you want to change anything, temperature presets, eco, comfort, and sleep, and it'll tell you your current temperature and your humidity as well. And then there should be a fan option, and then I think there's another option somewhere to set the days and times to come on as well.